Previously on Sailing Inconceivable.
Chart plotter. Shine that me. Moment of truth.
I hope I don't need an antenna.
You do need an antenna.
Oh man.
Lynn and I came out on the boat. We were gonna go for a sail, but we just decided it's a little chilly. Yeah, we're gonna hang out. Anyway, I'm gonna take this opportunity to attempt to connect our new old Garmin chart plotter with our radio, which has a Nimia 183 input.
What's all the
This will and Max is complaining. I'm not really sure why Max is whining so much, but we're gonna connect our chart plotter to our radio, so the radio always has our GPS location in it, just in case we need to do make a distress call or whatever. It's just nice to have it in there anyway, safety. So we're gonna try that. I have the documentation for both units on my iPad here, so I can probably do this pretty simple. It's just, you know, the brown wire connects to the green wire connects to the red stripe wire with black intermittent dots. No.
What are you talking about?
Why is he so white?
Because he wants to go adventuring. Did you feel me rocking the boat before?
No.
It got really rocky at one point, and then I accentuated it, messing with the bow.
Didn't notice. Silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, get out of here.
Get out of here, you guys.
With your whininess. Little acetone, clean off some of this tape residue. Green wire goes to the Nimia GPS in. Green to green, that's easy enough. Where did I put my... Alright, green to green, yellow to white. Yeah. White. See how long it takes, or if it's going to do the shutdown thing again. Hey, it's got us. Let's see what happens here. I think this is working. Cool. We got the radio working with the GPS, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's the most high-tech that I've ever had Inconceivable set up for. I know at one point someone had this boat rigged. Like there's little tags down where the back of the electrical panel is that say hot water heater. Underneath the starboard bunk, the transducer is still there, the depth sounder transducer. There's still a speed transducer in the hull up forward, through hulls. So this boat at one time had all this gear. There's a deck mounted winch for lines run to the cockpit. Probably, it looks like there were just two places where fair leads or blocks were mounted on the deck. So it was probably just the jib halyard. But, you know, at one point someone had this boat decked out. There's shore power. There's a shore power connector in the back of the cockpit. But, you know, I'm guessing as things broke, wore out, whatever, people just took them off. Instead of repairing or replacing them, they just removed these pieces of equipment. You know, this little panel right here, speed or depth sounder was there. There's a little block right here for something. Who knows what was mounted here? It would be nice one day to have a nice solid state compass on here, and an autopilot would be nice too, and multifunction displays, and you know, the list of dream equipment is a very long and expensive list. For now, I really just want a boat that sails nice, that I feel safe in, that I'm safe having. I feel safe having friends on, passengers, and that's what we have in Inconceivable. I'm very happy with this boat. It's just a machine, I get that, but you know, I like to keep this machine alive. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Let's just enjoy the rest of the day. Ciao. That was so ironically timed. So that that beep, that means it's not actually getting the GPS position. You just thought, or I thought, it just wired up. So let's figure out what's going on. Yellow and green. Yellow. Green. I'm gonna have to start from scratch with this. Finish that off. White and green from this end. Yellow. White. Green to green, white to yellow, GPS first. This should be so easy. This should be so easy. Yeah, I agree. And you found us. Excellent. Let's do the radio. Come on, baby.
Hello station, hello station.
GPS data, okay. Yes, GPS data to the radio now. That is really awesome. And what's cool here is supposedly the radio, if the radio receives a distress call, it sends GPS information to the chart plotter to locate a potential vessel in distress. So that's cool too. Let's finish this off. So green to green, white to yellow. Once more. Cool. So that worked. I'm going to shrink wrap that. Not right now. I've got to do all this other shrink wrap stuff. Yeah, somebody commented on the channel. These connectors I'm using. You can see there are these plastic coatings on the connectors. They're actually shrink wrap, so it gives you a more secure mechanical connection, and also maybe a little waterproof. It's definitely a better mechanical connection, and that's really what matters on a boat, especially when you have the engine running, all that vibration. That's why on boats you always see these ring connectors like this. You don't see the Y connectors into terminal blocks, because you know, if that nut loosens just a little bit, the Y connector is just going to pop right off. This requires that nut to come all the way off before it fails, before the connection fails. It's very important to know stuff like that. I didn't know that before I started. There was a connection on here that was a Y connector, and I remember reading that somewhere. Oh, in the Calder electrical manual, he says, you know, never use a Y connector. That's excellent. GPS data okay. I'm very excited about that. Mission accomplished. Alright. We're not actually staying overnight. We just had dinner
Lena snuggled in.
We had sag kana. Hans opened 2 cans. Spinach and chickpeas and made a delicious treat. Pretty impressive.
I don't think it was that impressive.
Yeah, you do.
It was chickpeas and canned spinach with some cumin. Again,
You're impressed
with
with
the cumin.
yourself. Come on.
I'm surprised with myself. Alright, we're just packing up to head out.
Boo! Summer's over. Boo! Max is pissed. We're not staying over. He's like, winter's coming tonight. Did you hear? 25-mile-per-hour winds and 8-foot seas? Is that out in the ocean?
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't sound that big out in the ocean. What? 8 feet?
That's-
At sea?
8-foot wave is an 8-foot
Fine.
wave. That's mean wave height, by the way, too. So,
Rogue waves.
real good.
Not
Yeah, Linda's one of the passages.
with rogue waves out there. Bonkers. Maybe submarine passengers.
You want me to drive a submarine?
Like that idea?
I do.
Next week on Sailing Inconceivable.